Greetings, loved ones. Today is the third episode in a three-part series on seniors and family estrangement. Help us get these messages out. Subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Hit the like button and hit that notification bell, and please share these messages with others. You could save a life by doing so. So let's talk about when grown children stop talking to their parents. If you've devoted years to raising a family, feeling like you have ungrateful adult children who won't talk to you can seem strikingly unfair. There are consequences. Family tensions can take a toll on older or elderly parents. And consider these facts on the impact of estrangement. Almost 1/3 of parents who are estranged from their offspring have considered suicide. According to the University of Cambridge survey noted in yesterday's episode, 90% of people with estranged family members find the holidays extremely difficult. And the same survey found that 68% of people with estranged family members feel judged by others. According to a study in the Journal of American Geriatric Society, social contact with family members helps seniors who are over 70 years old avoid depression. Prior to the age of 70, social contact with friends may help prevent depression, but family ties become more important with age. Many people who've experienced estrangement say that the feelings are similar to experiencing a death in the family. After all, you're mourning what feels like the end of a relationship. But the stress of estrangement often lacks resolution because the relationship remains uncertain. And that can make the healing process difficult. Grief counselors call this type of loss an ambiguous loss. And one complicating factor for abandoned parents is that many seniors rely on family members for at least some elements of their caregiving. When family relationships break down, seniors can experience difficulties in arranging the care that they need. So how do we cope with estrangement? Parents whose children stop talking to them are often left wondering what they did wrong or if their children hate them. Most people truly just want a normal parent-adult-child relationship. However, one of the biggest steps you can take toward a more functional relationship is to accept that you can't control the situation. So what do? In simple terms, you deal with the rejection from a child by keeping the lines of communication open and respecting their autonomy. So here are some additional tips that might apply to your situation. Number 1, don't push too much. You should respect your estranged child's boundaries, even if you may not think that those boundaries are very fair. Don't keep reaching out if he or she has told you not to. Being repeatedly rejected can be harmful to your own mental well-being. Number 2, try not to be defensive. Wanting to defend yourself is a perfectly normal reaction. However, if your child tells you why they no longer want to be in contact, don't deny how they are feeling. Listen carefully. And number 3, you need to apologize when needed. Saying you're sorry isn't necessarily an admission of guilt. Rather, it can be the first step toward reconciliation. You know, sometimes it helps just to acknowledge that your child is hurting and that you're sorry if you played a role in that pain, even if you never intended to hurt anyone. And remind yourself that societal expectations around parenting, they've changed. Your child may view the world through a different lens than you did when you were raising them. And number 4, I think this one's really important. Ease back on any guilt trips. Guilt can make adult children less likely to want to engage with their parents. And number 5, look after yourself. You're a valuable person in your own right. And in your senior years, it's important to have a fulfilling life that does not center around your children. So try to develop interests of your own. Talk to your healthcare provider about what you're going through and be alert to symptoms of mental health issues, such as trouble falling asleep or unexplained fatigue. And 6, watch your judgment. Unless you've specifically asked, there is no need to comment on things like your child's sexual orientation, appearance, parenting, finances, or any of the countless other areas which your child is now responsible for. Parents who don't respect boundaries can add more stress to their adult children's day-to-day experiences. And 7, don't try to buy your child's attention. About 2/3 of Americans over the age of 50 provide at least some financial support to a child who is over 21. But this type of financial support should not be connected to the amount of contact that your children have with you. Number 8, stay positive and seek help when needed. Admittedly, this can be difficult, but the stress of family estrangement can affect your physical health. Talking to a counselor or to your doctor can help relieve any negative feelings. And seeking professional support can also help you gain a new perspective on the relationship, which might make reconciliation more likely. According to the WHO, 1 in 6 seniors above 60 years of age will experience abuse. The question is not if you will encounter a victim of violence. The question before God is, what will you do when you do encounter them? You could be the person who saves a life. You are called. We are all called to be champions for justice. And those who suffer violence, they need to know that those who love them and those who don't even know them will step out and reach out to help them before it's too late. If you're a victim of violence, I want you to know that you are valued, you are loved, you're intelligent, and yes, you are worthy. God does not want you to suffer violence. He wants you to live free from violence in peace and tranquility. And I want you to know that there is a way out. This is not your fault. Abuse is not love. And above all, I want you to know that you are not alone. If you are a victim of violence, reach out to someone today. If you find yourself in a dangerous situation, call 911 for help. If you know of a senior suffering violence, tell the authorities. In our next episode, we're going to finish our series on elderly abuse, and we will talk about when parents ignore grown children. Until then, God bless you.